Well, I want to do. We haven't talked about the NBA since all the trades went down.
Oh,
So,
shit.
Damian Lillard got traded to the Bucks, which that was out of left field. Like we didn't even know the Bucks were interested. Like we didn't even know that was a possibility. And then they pull off that trade to the Bucks, and then Drew Holiday goes to the Celtics. So, I'm still of the mind that the Celtics still have to show me. Like I'm not 100% in on, oh, this will be fine, it'll be great, with Kristaps Porzingis and Drew Holiday. Like it'll be no problem, and it's just all going to work out. And I'm listening to Bill Simmons, honored Celtics fan, telling me, well, they have the best top 6 in the NBA, and I'm going, top 6 of what? Like I just like, what are you talking about? Top 6 pizza places? What are you talking about? I just don't I think Boston's got to show me. I don't see, like, everybody's like, oh well, this will help their offensive issues late in games. No, it won't. Their offensive issues late in games are going to come down to Tatum and Jaylen Brown with the ball, and they're going to have to figure it out. That's what it's going to come down to. You're not going to Kristaps Porzingis or Drew Holiday with the game on the line. That's not how this team operates. Now, will Drew Holiday take a shot? And is he not afraid to take a shot? Yes. And I trust Drew Holiday a hell of a lot more than I trust Marcus Smart. I agree with you there. But you can't base an entire playoff run off of that. I think the Milwaukee, the Lillard thing, I think it's a home run. Does it mean they're going to win the championship? No, not necessarily. It's still difficult. And it doesn't mean like, oh my God, they're a juggernaut. No. The Bucks are very, very good. But they still need a lot of things to work out. Damian Lillard's defense is going to become an issue that they're going to have to work out and figure out how to deal with. Chris Middleton not playing as well the last couple of seasons. They're gonna have to figure out where he's at. But I think Giannis and Lillard are going to work great together. Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe I'll be out of my mind. But as far as the players that have come together in the last decade or so, this to me is about as good as it gets because their skills just complement each other so well. Giannis is a great screener. Damian Lillard can do anything in the world you want off of high pick and roll, and I think they're going to be sensational at it. So I'm still taking Milwaukee as the favorite in the East just because I trust them more, but that doesn't mean I am, hook, line, and sinker. Milwaukee's definitely the best team. We'll see. But for Boston, they got to show me. They got to show me that they're capable of overcoming these issues. And we got to talk about coaching, right? We're not sure about the Celtics coach at all, and the Bucks are trying out a new coach. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. I mean, well, the Celtics coach, we already have reason to question if this is going to work because he was really bad. I mean, Eric Spoelstra was tired after that Eastern Conference Finals from running circles around Joe Mazzulla's ass. I mean, Jesus. And the Bucks, I mean, look, I'll just say this for their coach. If he can just avoid putting them in really bad situations like Mike Budenholzer continuously did, even though they somehow won a championship in spite of their coach, then that's probably okay. Because who else are you going to be playing against? You're going to be playing against the Celtics. Okay, well, they've got their issues. The Sixers, look, I like Nick Nurse better than Doc Rivers, but, is James Harden still going to be playing, a lot during these games? Like, what's going on? I don't know. And then Miami just didn't get better. They probably, if anything, they probably got worse. And then beyond that, it's like the Knicks. I mean, come on. That's kind of it. So yeah, I think the Bucks in the Eastern Conference, I would favor them. But if you're asking me for the favorite for the whole NBA, I'm taking Denver.
Yeah, we are Denver Nuggets supporters on this podcast. I'm sorry, man. Like, you're going to have to prove to me that, first of all, there's nobody out there better than Jokic right now. Like, I love everybody else. Jokic is the best player, and the combination of him and Jamal Murray is pretty awesome. And they just showed in the playoffs they can play defense too. So, yeah, I know they lost Bruce Brown. I get it, but I trust Denver to figure it out because they're a good organization. They play the right way, and there's no question about what they're going to do at the end of games. I'm not worried about them offensively at the end of games at all. I know they know how to deliver. In no way am I concerned about that. So now, would it be an awesome finals if they played either Boston or Milwaukee? Absolutely. I'd be looking forward to it. But you're asking me, I'm sorry, I'm not falling for this Phoenix bandwagon crap. I still think Denver's winning the title. But I really like Damian Lillard in Milwaukee. I think that is That is great, a great fit for him. It's still a relatively small market team, and he's not the biggest star anymore. He doesn't have to. It's not all the pressure is not on him anymore to deliver. This is Giannis's team, and he just needs to do what he does, which is awesome enough. If he's a great offensive player. If he just does, you just get that. That's all they really need. And try your butt off on defense. I think they've got a better chance of figuring it out than the Celtics do. But I love both moves. I love both players that were traded, and I love both moves.
Yeah. I'm, people can try to talk themselves into the Lakers or Phoenix, but I'm just, again, you guys are going to have to, like, the Lakers, come on, guys. Even when we were watching it last year, we were like, well, Anthony Davis doesn't really bring it every game. LeBron is, he's pretty old now, and he can't, he really, really has to pick his spots, in these series because he gets worn out, and his jump shot, we'll see if it's better this year. It was pretty bad last year. And, the rest of the team, look, he's got a functional team. So I think the Lakers will, they'll have a better playoff seed this year. I mean, barring some really long-term injury to like Anthony Davis. But, they'll have a better playoff seed this year, and I think they could probably win a series, maybe two.
I think the Lakers are going to be really good in the regular season. Their depth and their overall talent is just going to be really, really help them. I think the Lakers are going to be an awesome regular season team. I wouldn't be surprised if they win more games than Phoenix does. I don't think Phoenix is really built for the regular season at all, and I think that's going to be, they're going to have some problems. And if they get banged up a little bit, that's really going to be devastating to them because they just don't have the depth that the Lakers have. The other thing, Clark, like I know people people kind of pan to the Chris Paul to the Warriors move, but I think Chris Paul and the Warriors is going to work. I don't think this is going to be, oh my God, how are they going to coexist? I think they're going to figure it out. I just don't think you can win a championship with that team. That's all. I just don't think they're a championship team, but they're going to win games. Like I think they're going to be pretty good in the regular season. I think they've got a nice team. I think the Chris Paul thing works.
Yeah, I think that they're going to end up moving Chris Paul. And I'm not saying
That's
that because I think
possible,
it's not going to work. I think it's going to work fine. Steve Kerr's smart enough. Chris Paul's smart enough. Steph Curry, all those guys, they'll figure it out. And he'll be playing pretty well. And then I think they'll try to improve their team. More on Steph's timeline, and they'll try to move Chris Paul for something else. I mean, essentially what they did was they had to get Jordan Poole off the team, so they moved Jordan Poole. But they had to take on Chris Paul's contract, which I guess is up after this year. So yeah, you can, like, closer to the trade deadline, you could probably move him. Maybe you can get something for him. Maybe there's some other team that needs a veteran point guard, to help them out, like coming off the bench or something like that. So we'll see. I agree with you. I mean, people are just getting, oh, is it going to work? Well, yeah, it's going to work, but that doesn't mean they're going to win the championship. Like, they're
Right.
still undersized. Klay Thompson's not the same player he was. Steph Curry, he gets banged up. He's been getting banged up throughout his career, essentially. And they just I don't see a lot of depth. So, same issues as last year.
Yeah. I don't think that it necessarily made it any better as far as winning the title goes. But I think that those guys are smart. They'll figure out how to play together. I don't think that's a big issue. The bigger issue for me is Phoenix. I don't know how Phoenix is gonna do this. I don't know about this team. They get into the playoffs. I know they had to get rid of Ayton. I support it, but Nurkic is not going to be the answer for you. Like he's okay, but you can't be playing Nurkic 35 minutes in playoff games. That's not a good idea. And the guy is not a really good defender at all. So I don't. I support what they did. I understand why they did it. I'm not faulting them for it, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know how. And what other moves do they have to make? Like, it's not like, oh my God, they have these assets that they can move to get stuff for. They just moved the only asset they had. So, yeah, I mean, everybody can buy into Phoenix if they want to. And I don't think Phoenix is not going to win the title because, their bench isn't good enough. No. It's because their starters aren't good enough. And so, and again, I keep saying it. Who's playing defense on this team? Like, I'm trying to find who it is. Who's playing defense? Because none of these guys really play good defense. Kevin Durant is capable of playing good defense, but you can't put all that defensive pressure on him and expect him to come through. Like, Bradley Beal's never been a good defensive player. Neither is Devin Booker. So Yeah, that's my big concern with them is I don't see anybody playing defense on this team, and you're going to go up against Denver like that. Good luck.
Yeah, honestly, I'm going to find it hilarious because I'm not going to go in on Phoenix during the regular season at all. I don't care what happens during the regular season. I'm not going to buy into them, and I don't even care about their matchups in the playoffs. I'm not going to buy into them. Okay? Like people are going to try to tell me that, and I'm just going to laugh my ass off when they lose to somebody. They lose to the Lakers or somebody in 6 games, and it's just like, God, this team they don't have any depth. They can't play defense. They're too small. It's going to be like, yeah, dude, we fucking told you this a year ago.
Right.
Like what?
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, we told you. Yeah. What do you think about the baseball playoffs? Who do you think is going to win the whole thing? Who do you like so far?
I don't know. Again, I was not really into baseball for many years, and now I'm kind of getting back into it. So I don't know. I mean, the Braves seem to be pretty good, but they're getting their asses handed to them by the Phillies. I mean, I guess you'd say the Rangers right now. I mean, Jesus, they're just hitting the shit out of the ball. I don't know if that's more them or the Orioles or what.
Yeah, the Rangers are crushing it. But the thing is, like, it's funny, like, did getting into the wild card actually help Texas? Because they're red hot. So it's like it's kind of funny, and now they've got to take some time off. I think Houston's going to be tough to beat, and I think Philadelphia is going to be really tough to beat. I just think once Philadelphia gets going, they get the hitters going. I mean, they hit home runs in every single game. I saw this last year, and I'm just like, it's overwhelming, especially when you're playing them on the road. It's just like, what the hell are we supposed to do with this? So yeah. I think, we'll see what happens with Texas. That could be a hell of a series if Houston gets to play Texas. And right now Houston is up 3-1 in the 5th inning, and they're up 2-1 in the series. So if they win tonight, they're moving on. So we'll see what happens there. But I'm shocked at
the Battle of Texas. That's pretty cool. Houston and then the Texas Rangers. That's
Yep. I'm shocked at how badly the Dodgers are losing, and we'll see what happens tonight. But they could be out if they lose. So that's been it's been kind of interesting. But yeah, a lot of smaller markets in this one. So we'll see how it goes. But it's fun to watch, man. I don't know if anybody's watching baseball, but the games are fast now. You got to throw a pitch every 15 seconds. These guys hit home runs like crazy. It has been really exciting. So I'm really happy about it. Anyway, all right, let's get out of here. Everybody have a lovely evening and a lovely rest of your week, and we will see you on Sunday or sometime thereafter. All right, have a great night.